Caguas, Puerto Rico, Evangel, Miguel Cotto.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. Martin Murray, let's be fair, is a lucky man. 4 world title shots.
Yes.
4 world title shots, and he has his best opportunity to get a title. But having the best opportunity doesn't mean you're actually going to win.
Very true.
He's got to fight Arthur Abrahams. Yes, he might be older. Yes, he might be slower. But regardless how you cut it, Arthur Abraham is an elite champion.
Yes.
2 weight classes.
Yeah.
Be a champion in boxing for maybe 10 years.
Yeah. Maybe longer.
Maybe longer. Yeah.
Maybe
and
longer.
when you look who beats Arthur Abrahams, it's only again the very best.
Yeah.
The question is Martin Murray part of the very best?
Well, that's pretty good. Well done, Max Kellerman. Yeah. I did say, and that Martin Murray, I don't like this idea of picking the weaker champion, and I got a bit stick saying Abraham's not the weaker champion, Badou Jack is, and I still stand firm. Abraham's the weakest champion. It doesn't mean he's a bad fighter. What I mean, out of the top guys, he's the worst champion. And I think people need to understand what I mean by worst and crap.
Yeah.
I mean, worst means he's the lower of the top 4. Because I think him and Badou Jack, I'll give Badou Jack, because Badou Jack beat Anderon George Groves, I rate that higher than Stieglitz and Paul Smith.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In terms of recent performances. That's why. Back to the fight. Martin Murray, as a middleweight, he's kind of, if you like, he's big thing or big go-to was Martin Murray's a very big middleweight.
Yeah.
And he's a big, tough middleweight. As a middleweight, he's a very just normal size middleweight. So all the skill set he had, look, Martin Murray ticks a good box and everything, but his big claim to fame is his size. That's now gone out the window. I mean, Arthur Abraham now is a fully fledged super middleweight. He might not be the biggest, but he's now been in that division for 5-6 years.
Yeah,
he's a fully fledged super middleweight. And I saw from the second Paul Smith fight and the Stieglitz fight, there's a lot of fire left in Arthur Abraham. If you think you're going to Germany to take a belt, think again, it's not going to be that easy.
Let me touch on the point you mentioned a minute ago about where Abraham ranks in the super middle division. This is what I mean, you have different opinions on pound for pound. You always like, what are you done for me now?
Yeah.
But I look at historically where you are. I think Abraham's hit list, who he's fought or in his career, makes it much better than Badou Jack. The reason why I think people rate Badou Jack higher than him is because Abraham has those signs of slippage. Badou Jack is still relatively fresh. But I think Jack's the weakest champion. And that's because I think Abraham has a lot to give and he's very underrated. What Abraham brings to the table, I would say it's unusual.
You don't like Badou Jack. Every fight he picks him to lose. Every fight he picks him to lose and he's won.
No, I'll give him credit.
Boom.
I think
he's shocking you.
I'll give him credit, but I still don't think he's a complete.
Whereas every fight I think Arthur Abraham's stepped up with, he's lost. Every fight where he's gone into, I think, he's lost.
Alright, and that's 2.
That's 3.
Go on.
Darrell, Ward, Froch.
Darrell, disqualification.
Yeah, but it's the loss. He was losing.
Yeah, he was losing.
He was losing that fight. He could have, and then he put Darrell down, but yeah, he was losing.
Alright. Well,
sorry, back to the point. Go on.
Abraham brings something to the table which is very, very unusual. Not unusual, but just different in boxing. He's very defensive in terms of that hard, high turtle guard. But he's also kind of aggressive.
He's become very aggressive, by the way.
And Abraham, when you think of a defensive fighter, you don't think of a defensive fighter that could punch. Normally punchers are aggressive. Abraham's a puncher. Yes, he hasn't got the stellar knockouts at super middleweight, but he's got many, many, many huge knockouts. I'd have to remind you of the Jermaine Taylor knockout. Yeah? The point I'm making with him, he looks like, he's kind of slow, he's kind of in that tortoise shell, he's not really doing nothing much. But while you're thinking that, he's actually beating you up.
Tell you what the craziest thing is, against Paul Smith, especially the second fight, he threw a hell of a lot of combinations for a guy that doesn't throw punches.
Yeah.
Normally with Abraham, like Stern, it's kind of the 30-second burst at the end of the round. He shocked Smith by not doing that. He was like a minute burst, minute burst. His energy levels for someone that's getting older are bloody gone miraculously higher.
I know where you're going with that.
No.
Martin Murray is better than Paul Smith. Martin Murray has more...
You think?
Yeah.
That's super middleweight.
Well, okay. I think he's a better fighter overall. Yeah? At super middleweight, Martin Murray hasn't really fought much, let's be fair.
Yeah.
I think Murray has more overall skills than Paul Smith.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But the problem with Martin Murray, and this is why I think he loses fights, he seems to fight with the fighters.
Yes.
And when I say fight with the fighters, if you fight a slow-paced fight, he will fight a slow-paced fight.
Agreed.
If you fight a fast-paced fight, he will fight a fast-paced fight. Look when Sturm tried to turn it up on him, he turned it up on Sturm.
Yes.
When he fought GGG, who was methodically beating him down, he fought a slow pace. When he fought Martinez, and I'm trying to say Martinez was darting around the ring and being hot-footed and trying to counter-punch, he done the same thing. I said, alright, I could chase you down, I could catch you, I could do what I would. It's like he fights at that pace with the fighter.
Did you watch that round table thing? With all the super middleweights?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw middleweights. Matthew Macklin said exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Matthew Macklin said you could have won against Martinez, but you didn't want to turn it up in the last couple of rounds. You were happy kind of cruising, where you could have won that title. And that's a very good point you make.
And that's the thing about it. If he fights Abraham's fight, as in it's a nice, slow Arthur Abraham fight, he loses. For him to win this fight, he has to be out of his comfort zone. And his comfort zone is not fighting at a hard pace or a fast pace, it's just not fighting with the fighter. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Not mirroring what they do.
Not mirroring what they do.
I'd like to see him come in light. He won't.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him come in at 164, 163.
Yeah.
And be quick and nimble and move around the ring, rather than come in and add that extra 8 pounds of muscle and almost make it into a physical match. I think one thing Arthur Abraham maybe doesn't have over the likes of Badou Jack, The Girl, Groves, and the elite super middleweights is his foot movement.
Yeah.
He doesn't move around or glide around the ring. He kind of just pods around the ring. If Martin Murray can move in and out, jab,
he's got good
which he
feet.
can do,
He's got good feet.
then you never know. I'm not sure where I am with Martin Murray because look, the GGD was a beating.
Yeah.
And so far, Eddie Hearn's matched him just pathetically. Let's be
I was
honest.
going to say a similar thing.
Yeah, he's matched him pathetically.
I don't know what Martin Murray got.
Yeah, I'm not sure either because those beatings, and that was a tough fight. You know, that was a very methodically beat down. And so far, he's been look at the last fight he had at 168 where the referees called it off.
Yeah,
man, he's not getting test. You can't just go from GGD beating to I think 3 fights of fighting nobodies. To Arthur Abraham. You can't do, especially when you rank Arthur Abraham just behind the girl and the rest of them.
Martin Murray, I always say so, when you're a fighter, you need to fight the elite guys to keep what you have. Yeah, you need to be active and fighting competitive fights. Martin Murray has been fighting guys, the past 3 guys, guys that he's supposed to beat. Guys are not going to give him anything to work with, anything to look at. Martin Murray's been in first scare. He hasn't had to get that second or third gear.
But how does he look though?
Yeah. No, he's looked Martin Murray.
No, but does he look spectacular?
No, he's fighting who he's fighting.
Oh, you mean he's just mirroring what they do?
Yeah,
okay.
They're just fighting comfortable. He's not really feel any urgency to catch on what he's catching on with. Martin Murray is not a puncher. Yeah, I'm concerned that going into this fight, he fights methodically. He copies Abraham. He's not a puncher. Even if the rounds were close, the judges are going to favour the heavier shots. I want Martin Murray to win this fight.
Yeah.
I can see how he could win this fight. Seeing and doing are 2 different things. And I look at this fight right now and I find it not very hard, but I find it difficult to see if he could really pull it off.
Is this, and people might say, what? It's a bit strong. Is this a case of you lose, you retire for Martin Murray? And what I mean by that is 4 world title shots. Yeah. What do you do after this? Do you go then and fight the winner of Rocky Ford and Kenneth Smith? Do you go down to European level? Martin Murray wants to be at world elite level. Okay. You get 4 world title shots. To get your 5th, it's going to be a very, very long time coming.
Martin Murray's got a saving grace in this. And you guys are going to disagree with me, but the Hall of Fame is more normally American-based fighters. But if you look who's beat Martin Murray, the chances are the Hall of Fame fighters.
Yeah, no.
Sergio Martinez, Felix Sturm, who I think will get on there, and GG, who's potentially a Hall of Fame fighter. Yeah. Arthur Abraham, let's be fair, is potentially a Hall of Fame fighter. Potentially, let's say he is, potentially. Yeah. 2-weight world champion, long-term champion at super middleweight, long-term champion at middleweight. He's got a good hit list, a very good hit list he's got. Going back to the Edison Miranda days. Yeah. Where Eminem broke his jaw, remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah?
They robbed Edison there.
Yeah, they robbed Edison. But when was that fight? 10 years ago? 12 years ago?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. If you look at longevity and look at the actual, what the fighters done in their careers, they've got a strong claim to being considered greatish. So, yes, Martin Murray's lost to these fighters, but he ain't lost to the walking the mill champions.
Yeah.
Like Badu Jack.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. He's been proving you wrong, this kid.
But you get my point.
Kid's gone a lot better.
But you get my point, though.
All right, let's go for predictions then. You first. Go on. Who wins?
I'm going for Arthur Abrams. I'm going by a possible controversial split decision. Murray always pushes them close. He always finds that way to keep the fight close, but he never gets over the hill. Arthur Abrams is a seasoned pro, long-term world champion. As I've said, he's fighting in his hometown. I think this is a fight again where people will say he got robbed, but I think it'll be similar to the Stern fight.
Okay.
You have a lot of people that say, he could have nicked it, and some say Abrams won.
Okay.
Yeah, could have nicked. It's not win.
All right. I'm going for Arthur Abraham, and I'm actually not going for a controversial decision here. I just feel like I don't believe as an elite fighter. Maybe Andre Ward will prove me wrong, but I don't believe as an elite fighter you can just turn it on and off like that. I think you've got to stay at that level and fight at that level. And since GGG lost, let's be honest, guys, he's not even full European level fighters. He's not full British level super middleweight. You know what I mean? He's not. And I just feel like you're stepping up here. And Paul Smith saw that. When Paul Smith initially called out Arthur Abraham, he thought was. I remember the interview Paul Smith was doing was like, this is the one I think I can win. I don't think I can beat the likes of Carl. He was very honest, Carl Frogner, but I think I can beat Abraham. A lot of people seem to think it's an easy journey going over there and fighting Arthur Abraham, and he's proved it time and time again. It ain't that easy. Even an elite Carl Froch had to completely change his boxing style to beat him. An elite Carl Froch said, I can't trade with you. I'm going to boom, 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 and move. Boom, boom, and move.
I refuse to train.
And that's Carl Froch at his peak before he got beat by Andrew. Before he got beat by Andrew Ward. That was after the Kessler loss. So that says a lot. And I just feel like Arthur Abraham in his last two fights has proven to me, and I was one of his doubters, there's still a lot left. And I'm not quite sure where Mike Murray is after that GGG loss. So, like Ryan, I'm going for Arthur Abraham win, but I'm actually going for, I wouldn't say comfortable, but maybe like a 116, 112, something like that. I'm not going for no split. Yeah. But guys, look, what do you think? Martin Murray, 4th World Championship title fight. Will he win one? Look, we hope so. You know, we hope so because we like him. He's a good fighter.
He's got potential to win the world title.
He has.
But I think, like I said, the guys he's fought have been all very good champions or exceptional champions.
I'd like to have seen him fight someone before that, even a Rabrase, someone so I know where you are. And unfortunately, he's not done that. So he has to step up way above the level he's been fighting recently. I don't know if you can go that far up. But what do you think? Martin Murray, Arthur Abraham, Germany. I'm not quite sure the date. I think it's in a couple of weeks' time. I don't know.
November 21st, I think.
Okay, there you go. Crazy week, crazy month of November. What do you think? Leave the comments below. Email, subscribe, tweet. Let us know your comments. Cheers.